So we are back out here on Silver Ridge Peaks multiplayer today, and it looks like we are sharing the road with a little pronghorn. So we have 4 pronghorn and kind of medium-sized game in general, 44 lever action, cracking that thing back out and still doing exactly what it does on pronghorn. So what I wanted to do was come out here with the bow in hand and maybe try to get that True Horns Diamond Bison for our all biggest animals in the game bow diamond hallway. Kind of what we're going to do is treat it similar to what we did over on Zutrapatan. If we can find anything like that, and maybe not a Hall of Shame pronghorn instead, that would be fantastic. But we'll be hunting everything as we go along today. Now I've been looking at that hen, and I'm not 100% sure that isn't a rare. It is. It's leucistic or albino or something? We're out here looking at Hall of Shame pronghorn and little level 3s, when instead there was a rare right in front of us, and that just kind of goes to illustrate why I don't want to just chase bison today, but if we encounter that potential diamond, we've got the bow on us to try to upgrade that hallway. And literally second kill, right down the road from where we spawned, ends up being, is it a leucistic? I think so. Leucistic indeed. Hen Merriam Turkey, it's a silver, which really, I don't know if hens score silver often, but definitely going to tax that. I wouldn't mind putting something together with like, because I think we have a melanistic hen, this, the melanistic, and some kind of rare gobbler too. Pretty darn cool start. Now unfortunately, bison drink time is just ending in the server. It's a little after 12, but for non-potential diamonds, we've got the 338 bolt action, and you know, pronghorn walking right down the road that we spawned on, rare turkeys and stuff, kind of derailed it. But in order to carry the bow today and have that opportunity to maybe get that bow diamond if we can run into one, it requires a bit of a different loadout. So going with the 338 and 44 lever action, other than that, only thing we have is 4 turkeys, our 22, and I think it's going to make it a little bit interesting. We got to change things up. Specifically with the 44, we're limited on range. There's a real nice level 4 pronghorn. Now, I guess they're spooking from the shot we just took. Nothing else is down here. And a pretty darn good example right there. If we want to get that guy, which we'll probably go and try to get, it's going to require either a really big holdover or getting a little bit closer. So let's go ahead and grab this bison real quick. Just kind of keep an eye on him. This guy's going to be a 148 silver, so nothing special, but good to get one here right off the bat. And they are still fleeing, just went nervous. Pretty open over there, so maybe we could just scoot into range. Taking a lot of running, but we're into like 220, and I think what we can do here, maybe when he clears those trees, fire a 22 round out there, get him to slow down for a second, maybe we can cover an extra like 20 meters or something, and then we'll go ahead and go for this shot. So we're into 200, I feel pretty decent about that, especially that frontal angle is better. We can just aim high and let that drop right on in there. Good deal. Little bonus pronghorn, just trying to get that bison. And kind of a fast start here on SRP today, but got him, it was still really low. And I think we were off to the side too much, but the idea was, like, if we aimed way up here around the neck, if we're too high, hopefully it just hits the neck and drops him anyway. And there's plenty of room for that bullet drop, which we clearly needed, getting the very bottom of the lung, 87.86. And now with bison kind of done drinking, I still want to stay in their territory at least some today, but we're obviously not going to just hunt the plains. Let's kind of like go down through here. Maybe we can find some mule deer and stuff, but as we go along, we should still be able to find bison that are leaving their zones. Now, we don't typically just track max win estimate stuff, especially bison, because you get so many max estimate 4s and all that, but since they're not drinking now, and unless time gets changed, although we do have hosts, so I guess I just thought of that. Time very easily could be changed, but anyway, we're still going to go ahead and track this, see what it is just in case, and then maybe we'll hunt some other stuff, and we might as well do that. We'll rest to bison drink time later on in the hunt. So pretty much as expected, our bison is a level 4, and it's running exactly away from us. A little bit of a turn there, maybe we can get a shot. Felt pretty decent about that considering it was rushed. He is going down, so pretty good shape there. And maybe that turkey would like to fly down this way. Haven't gotten the 1 rare. Now we're going to be kind of more on the lookout for those. And really, the way that worked out, we just so happened to spawn in at like the starting location. When you just get the map, you spawn on this road. Had we even gone to this lodge, we straight up would have went up the hill to the lakes and never found that turkey. So then we'll grab our bison. He's going to be 171, so not bad. And that kind of changes things, honestly. Now that we can pretty well guarantee, minus a game crash, a good opportunity to hunt bison drink time, we might as well go and really hunt for some other stuff. So let's jump all the way down to the southwest. We'll chase mountain goat, bighorn, mule deer, maybe elk. Get to the end of, let's say, mule deer drink time, and then rest of bison time. So always when we get the chance, going for opportunities at male mountain goats. That's a level 3. Also a fading outline, but quick shot from the 44. It looked to me like he face planted, so I think we dropped him. And really, I think, is this like mountain area where we can expect to find anything decent for them. So figured we'd go for him since he was there. I don't really think we'll see a whole bunch more, but if we could find a max weight track for these, that we would definitely follow. And clearly, he dropped, went absolutely nowhere. Got him just double lung and liver, just a 75 scoring silver, but first mountain goat of the day. And as I said, when we get those chances, we're always going for those. Well, it ain't quite what I had in mind, but finally some kind of decent mule deer. It's a Dilute doe, and there's this hunting tower right here, so we'll just jump up. Oh, wait a minute. 44 lever action, right. We will not do that, because getting that holdover just right, especially while she's moving, is going to be a little more difficult. They look like they're going to stop there and drink nervous, which should be fine, and actually that would mean they're unaffected by the zone time ending here really shortly. Nervous animals will continue to stay in that zone nervous until they calm down, like even way past the end of the zone time. So that's 200, and we already saw with the pronghorn earlier. We really want to get to 150 if we can, and it shouldn't be much of an issue, but so many of the mule deer bucks, I mean, they're not doing that, but they are about that size. I don't know what his deal is. I'm really tempted to try to shoot him when his antlers are floating and see what shows up in the harvest screen. Let's try it, because I think we can probably get the doe. Now, it would be ideal if she's actually drinking. Never mind. I don't know where that first shot went. Second shot, I think, is going to be okay. A mountain lion just came down out of there and spooked them all. So, forget the first idea, but I think we made a good shot. I'm really not sure. Blood is looking pretty good, so whatever we hit there was good enough. And she actually ran like a pretty solid little distance. I guess we had her spotted where she went down, so it's just right behind that little tree there. So not too bad, and considering we're at the end of mule deer drink time, I think we'll go ahead, probably rest to sometime in the morning, and go from there. But second rare of the day, Dilute female. It was liver stomach intestines. That explains why she ran as far as she did. But we will take that. Got a couple of Dilute mule deer does in the second lodge, so not gonna tax it, but always cool to see them. Would love to get like a decent Dilute buck. I'm not sure if we've actually had one since they became rare. Now, of course, with the opportunity, figured we could rest a little bit early and go after Rocky Mountain elk and maybe even black bear just a bit. So got a mythical there. This time we can go with the 338. Holdover is not an issue with this gun. I'm surprised that guy's going anywhere, but just a couple of steps. And we're up here. I can actually see some more elk already in the far northwest. So over across there, we've got, ooh, pretty nice bull there. A nice 4 up to 517. Probably going to go ahead and try to get that guy. Just check. The rest of these are not that interesting. And I do think we'll want a better angle. So even where our bear's laying, I think is going to be better. And what that also allows us to do is check everything over on this side of the lake. So a whole bunch more elk. Actually a decent bull there too, but definitely the one across is going to be the way to go. So we're not quite broadside, but good enough from here. This guy is a 21.88, so not bad. And at about 190, I think that said. Lifting his head. I was hoping for a hard shot, but he's still going to go absolutely nowhere. And I think it's really unlikely, and I would say he's probably 440s. You can get level 4 diamond Rocky Mountain elk. So anytime we get an estimate like that, diamond's 481, I think. Always going to try to take him out just in case we can get that kind of rare level 4 diamond. And I will say he doesn't look bad, but I don't think spread affects Rocky Mountain elk score either. It definitely doesn't for Rosies. And he is, unsurprisingly, a 442. So just to look at it, yeah, main beam length, length of tines, and circumference. Spread doesn't matter, or maybe that could help, because I do think he's wide set for that rack. But nice little bonus bull, and I think we're up here. Might as well go down to that spot as well. And this is a bit of a disappointment compared to that last lake. One bull, which by the way has been shot. I haven't seen anybody up here. Doesn't mean it was even like since we got here, so we'll go ahead and try to take him out. It's always interesting to see like what happened. Especially to only go 50 to 75, like almost had to be a low caliber or maybe like a foot shot, but I would almost say, like, say we shot him with the 338 in the foot, it probably still drops more health than that. So there were a couple others. I don't know where they were drinking, but no better than the one that we got. So, as for the first shot on this guy, it was the 30-06 actually. I'm surprised it didn't go down more health. Almost was a great shot, by the way. Got him in the long 272 scoring silver, and it is pretty much exactly 8 a.m. So, I think we'll head down south. Probably start like here and just go all the way across. Try to find any kind of decent bison. Oh, no way. An albino plains bison. It's only a level 2 male? I thought it was a female. Okay, gonna 0 for 150. Felt okay about that. Boy, I really wish I reloaded first. I don't think we got that. Okay, it should be fine. Shouldn't kill it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's not looking good. So, the positive is, we don't have to, like, slow way down and try to, you know, wait for it to calm down and get in the range again. We can effectively just flank these things, kind of like we're going to start to do now. Just keep his tracks in view so we know where to go to. Try to get alongside him and make a better shot. And obviously, the only downside already hitting him once, we got to be very sure of that first shot. Tell you what I don't love, though. He's not trotting. He's just kind of running along. I wonder, did we vertebrae shot him? That may be, because animals will yeah, that's what happened. We gotta try to hit him again. Ah, he was almost broadside. We're gonna lose the spotting. Animals will kind of just sprint, I guess, or in this case, run somewhat fast. If it's a lethal hit, I don't love that. We're gonna just send this if we can. It's just no vital shot opportunity whatsoever. If he dies, so be it. But I'm not gonna just fling a shot, you know, into his hind end. We're at least gonna try to get something. He's a little broadside there. Just, I don't know. Maybe that hit him? Hard to say. He's dead now. I think it probably did hit him, but I'm really not very confident that it got vitals. It's not a huge deal, being that it was only level 2. I have actually wanted more rare True Horns Plains Bison for our trophy lodge. Just maybe even like a level 3 would have been great. The only rare one we have since they got True Horns was also a level 2. A leucistic that was actually an initial spawn because they reset the populations. So, I don't know where, I mean, I guess roughly that spotting icon is where we hit him at? Do we see any significant amount of blood? Not really. I don't know if that's a bleed rate one there or if that's where we maybe hit him the second time. That says, oh, non-vital. We were close then. Need to be a little further forward. There he is. Unfortunately, gonna be, I would imagine, a bronze. So that's a bit of a bummer, but probably still something we could place in the second lodge. I think, honestly, messed up or not, that's probably the destination he would have had. They look really cool, though. Wait. So was he not gonna die? Huh. We might have been fine then, but the fact that he was running like that, I thought he was just gonna go until he dropped. So we could have saved him, but again, would have been a silver, so I'm not really terribly concerned about that. Really sucks, because we had it. We just needed to be further forward, we'd have been good. Not reloading there really did cost us, so have to repair that one, but nonetheless, our third rare today, first male, though not much bigger, and actually you can get gold female bison, so actually in some cases smaller than a female rare. I mean, perfect example. Level 3 female there, up to 180. I don't think you're ever going to get a female bison getting very close to diamond, but I mean, that's a nice male there too. Couple of good males in there. I think we ought to be able to get that guy, which take our time getting the shot this time. Now, had we done that on the albino, that would have been fantastic, but no such luck. That one's still hanging out, but I'm not really worried about that. He's much lower end. The level 3 female, though, she heard that, but she's not going anywhere, so I want to see what it's going to end up scoring. Hopefully, just get something in there. She's aggressive, so even if that didn't land, I think she'll be fine, but looks like we got it. So first up, Big 4 up to 188. He's a 178, so not too bad. Good looking bison. Just blasted straight through the heart into the lung with plenty of room to spare. Not too bad at 205, honestly, for one of the biggest animals in the game. But then our level 3 female, that is a gold 170. So it's gold by 15. I think it might have been guaranteed, was she 160 minimum? But 170 scoring female bison is absurd. There's even like some wear and tear on the horns there. I don't know that I've seen it with the females before. That's the biggest one we've shot for sure. We've had a few gold females, but 160 is no doubt. 170 plus. I wonder what max weight female bison is. It's probably like 545, 550. What's the estimate on that? Up to 562. So I would say decent chance that just is the max for a female bison then, 562. It's about 30 kilo off. I'm sure you could go north of 171 anyway, but that's a pretty nice one. So unfortunately, no level 5 bison out here today, though frankly, I think I'll take the rare over a potential diamond any day. But I figure we can go ahead and use the bow. Got a level 3 out here, 54 meters out. Bit of a right crosswind, which is going to make this interesting. But if we 0 for 60, maybe aim like liver-ish, we'll stand up so we can see what actually happens. That looked pretty darn good to me. Maybe a touchback, but I still think it's going to be vitals. And what do you know? We can make pretty good shots at anything other than a slightly fleeing albino bison today. But 3 different rares. Even with the messed up male, the other 2 being a leucistic hen turkey and a dilute mule deer doe, definitely the best one. And I think we'll go ahead and take him back to the lodge. So that guy was apparently hit earlier, so we're just going to leave that go. This dude, liver and lungs, we could have been even a touch further forward, but looked great. Pretty much exited opposite shoulder. 153 silver. And back to the lodge we go. Now this area right up here, we've got albino female water buffalo, albino female Cape buffalo, and we got this bantang here that we killed last November. I think since we've already got the other albinos, we'll just go ahead and throw the bison up here too. Really a shame we messed that up, but kind of fits in with the other ones there. And I'm really hoping we get more of those down the road. I want to keep on doing that, like carrying the bow to Silver Ridge Peaks, Hirschfelden when we go, just on the off chance we can get that diamond with the bow. And in the meantime, have opportunities for rares like that. So no doubt we'll be back probably sooner rather than later for more of that kind of thing. And hopefully more of these same results as well. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.